So, some stuff is leaked recently about Sony's internal review policies, and my God, was it revealing. There's been issues for quite some time now with Sony censoring games with anime art style. At least people thought this was an interesting coincidence that they were doing this, yet more realistic games like The Last of Us 2, for example, can get away coming out completely uncensored. There's been an insider at Sony who has leaked out that they do indeed censor and give ultimatums to people releasing on their platforms that they have to change their games. The thing about it that's weird is Sony has not really publicly ever stated what the policies are, so no one knows what to look for and how to work within that policy. What has been said is that younger looking characters who are put in compromised positions or able to be touched, let's say, inappropriately by the player are not allowed on Sony's platforms. Again, this had to come from someone speaking anonymously to a reporter. There should be an official policy out there that Sony is telling the publishers so they know what the rules are. But you see, here's the thing. I don't think it's just younger looking characters. I think it's more of a anti-Japanese bias. Now, the reason I say this is pretty simple. We have to go back and look at the game Devil May Cry 5. Now, Devil May Cry 5 is probably one of the best games to have come out last year, and my second favorite Devil May Cry game behind the first one. It's an excellent game, and it is so much fun to play. There are a couple of scenes in it where Trish and Lady are, let's say, in a state of undress. But here's the thing. On the Sony console, when it initially came out, they were covered up by rays of light. Lady and Trish are two women in their 20s or 30s or so. So that doesn't really fit in with this whole younger looking characters narrative that Sony is currently saying. I think this reveals more of an anti-Japanese bias. I think some of you might be going, I'm crazy because Sony's a Japanese company, but here's the thing about it. Sony's entertainment division, which includes Sony Computer Entertainment that runs the approval for PlayStation games, is based right here in the good old US of A, right out in California. I think this kind of presents a double standard, and I don't really like it, especially, again, looking at The Last of Us 2. There are scenes of people who with questionable ages there engaged in activities that are more of a grown-up nature. Let's just say that. Look, personally, when it comes to games, I like playing games, I like experiencing game stories. To me, some of the censorship stuff doesn't bother me as much. However, I can see this being a huge issue for other people, and I do like to see things come out in a more uncensored state to where people can make decisions on their own. I know we have alternatives to this, buying these games on PC or maybe on the Switch if it's available, but Sony still needs to be kind of taught that it should be left up to the consumer whether or not they play something that has that sort of content in it. And the sad part about it is this. When you don't buy the game on the Sony platform, Sony goes, well, Americans don't like anime games. We'll just make sure there's less of them in the States. It's a no-win situation. I kind of wish people might reach out to Sony, let them know, hey, we're not good with this, and it needs to be a sustained effort in order to make them change. In the interim, hey, enjoy your anime waifus. I like my anime waifus. And hopefully, maybe someday Sony can pull their head out of their butts and just let us choose what we play and what we're not. I'm more for open platform where instead of dictating what I'm allowed to buy and what I'm not allowed to buy, let me choose that, okay? Some people say that they have to do that because children play video games. Well, modern consoles have parental settings and you can lock certain types of games out and not let your kid play them. Or I don't know, be a parent, be involved, and watch what your kids are actually playing. Just a suggestion here. You know, call me crazy. I think parents maybe should parent their kid and not leave it to game consoles to do. Radical notion, I know. Anyways, what do you guys think? Are you okay with Sony censorship? Do you think it's just anime games or all Japanese games like I think? Let me know in the comment section down below. Hey guys, be sure to share the video, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you all next time.